one place in a kind of like more organized kind of way. It was something that I was thinking about doing, but in terms of like in the near future, I would say that's not part of the plan, because right now I've got a few projects to do. So it's definitely something that's in the pipeline, but it's something that will probably be a bit further down the line. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And you've been in the game for not so long, so when you look at the poetry scene, what poets that, if you could name any, do you look up to that kind of inspired you to write more?
So, I mean,
I know there's millions, but
you know what I'm saying, there's so many, so I don't want to feel like I'm what's it called, just like
leaving out names.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Like, because the thing about me is I'm a kind of person, I'm a people person. In terms of like, I've always been fascinated by people. I've always been fascinated about why people do things, the way people talk, mannerisms, that kind of stuff, in almost like a psychological kind of way. I've always found it interesting, the way people are just so different. And because of that, I've always kind of like taken little bits. So even if it's like, I might have taken a lot from that person, but I only took a little bit from that person, I don't look at that person that I took a lot from more valuable than that, because that little bit could end up being more valuable than the lot that I took from. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, there's people that I'm kind of close to, like shout out Woodsy, YA, Miss Yankee, and all three of those people I mentioned are different types of poets. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like I can take something from each one of them that will make me a better poet. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they've all got different styles. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what's so amazing about the scene. And it's like you meet people, you go to different shows, and someone they get on the stage and you think, who is this? Like, you know, who is this like little fragile creature? And they just start spitting the fire, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And that's what's just so amazing about it. And just every day you're finding new like people that just blow your mind.
Like I don't know if you were at Chocolate Poetry, I don't know what month it was, maybe last month or the month before, and there was this guy who performed, his name's Aziz, and he performed this poem about being stabbed, but not about being stabbed, about kind of knife crime. But it was less of kind of just what he was saying, it was the whole performance of the whole thing. And it was just, he brought you into his whole world of this whole life of what it's like to be like on the road and being stabbed, and kind of thinking up scenarios to kind of counteract the realization, or I can't think of the word, confirm it in your head, but that's not the right words. Kind of make other people understand where you're coming from, but then at the same time show that it's wrong. But it's the way how he told the story that kind of hit me more than what he was saying.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what's so great about the spoken word scene, because there's some people that everyone's different, right? So you've got people that are performers, as you said, and you've got people that are just they're kind of like wordsmiths, and you've got people that are just not performers per se, but their words are just so deep. Do you know what I'm saying? And so it's just, the experience is different all the time, and it's just such an amazing thing. And I think that even as a musician, like the project that I've got now, I kind of wrote it before like I really got into the spoken word scene. But I feel that my next project I'm gonna do, that I'm currently working on now. So I've got my new mixtape called London.
It's coming out next month.
Yeah, coming out next month. And I've already got a project after that. It's my first EP. which is called London Eye.
I like that.
So that's going to be coming out. Yeah.
Jeez. Just round there.
Yeah. So that's going to be my first EP. But now I'm working on my follow-up to my London Underground, which is going to be called London Underground Volume 2.
Okay.
But I feel that because of this spoken word journey that I've been on, I feel that I'm going to have leveled up in terms of like my delivery, in terms of like kind of my... because I think one thing that the spoken word has allowed me to do has been free. And being able to say things, because sometimes in my music, I felt like I didn't want to, like, because I'm a bit of a private person as well, which is kind of mad to say, like, to be a lyricist. Yeah. You don't always want to divulge your kind of personal life, so it's about kind of telling stories. But I felt that even though I was being personal, I was still kind of holding back a little bit, like, do you know what I'm saying? Whereas with this spoken word journey, it's kind of giving me the kind of like freedom to just say, you know what, I'm happy to share this, like, and it's just the way where you see the response from the audience. As you said, they're so supportive. You can say, I've seen people say some mad shit, bro. Like, and not even just on a you know, like on a deep shit, but on just some mad, crazy, wacky, like, you're thinking, bro, like, for real, like, you're just gonna say that to us, and you know, people are just like, they're not like, you know, looking down on someone for saying that, like, that's what you. Sometimes it is like people are just left like, wow, did I just listen to that? But you know, you're still gonna give man the props for getting up there and saying it, and that just made me think, wow, like, if he or she can get up there and just be free enough to say that, how can I hold back? Like, do you know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel that going into this next project after my first EP, I feel in a different place. I feel like I'm gonna be able to do more than I've ever done, just because I feel like there's one or two shackles that have been broken, like, if that makes sense. So I'm looking forward to the writing process of that, man.
Well, that's cool. Well, on the collaboration front, if you need a beat, I've got beats, man.
All day, every day, we are going to collaborate, bro. 100%. I know you know your hip hop as well.
Man, I love music. I have a soundtrack for my life. I've just actually been listening to a lot of podcasts recently, and just listening to people speak. I love listening to people talk and kind of say their truths, and just, I love the freedom of a podcast. You can just, exactly like a performing poetry, you can technically say whatever you want, you know?
100. 100, man.
But, shit. Look at that time, 2 hours almost.
Wow. Flew, bro. Flew. Time flies when you're having fun, as they say.
But let's call this. Let's wrap it up now. Where can we find you?
So, funny enough, on the socials that we spent the last 2 hours just like battering to death. Like, fuck the socials. But you can find me on Instagram. Instagram, Fury WD, FURYWD, Facebook, Twitter. But I mean, I mainly just use the Instagram, to be honest.
Fair enough.
And yeah, man, if you can DM me.
Where can we find your music as well?
So my last mixtape was going to be what is on datpiff.com.
Okay,
old school hip hop mixtape. Trust me. So it's on there. The link to that is actually on my Instagram. But my new mixtape, obviously it's not out yet, but I'm looking to release it on a few more platforms.
Well, what I'll do is, along with all your information, I'll put the link for your old mixtape on the bottom of this, in the description, so people can find it.
Yeah, man, definitely have a listen. kind of old school hip hop vibe. And I said, if you're an old school hip hop fan, but from London, UK, or just even interested in London, UK culture, it's just a different kind of outlook. A lot of times we just feel when it comes to music, it has to be gangster, it has to be drugs, it has to be criminality. But there are stories of people that are living ordinary lives who their struggle is just as real as any drug dealer. Do you know what I'm saying? Their struggle is just as real as anyone who's running on the streets. And not only is it just as real, it's just as interesting, which is the main point in terms of an entertainment point of view. And it's just about telling those stories. People that go to work, people that go to uni, that are in education and they're struggling to get through that. They've left uni and they've got all these debts, and the jobs that they thought they were going to get or promised to ain't there. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Single baby mums, dads battling to see their kids, do you know what I'm saying, because of a bitter baby mum. Do you know what I'm saying? There's all these things that are going on, and I just feel people ain't telling that story because it just seems like, oh no, that's not what hip hop is about, and it's just a boring thing to talk about, just the average person going about their life.
Everyone, like you said, everyone's different, so everyone has a story like they can tell differently.
I'm just trying to be real about who I am as well. I don't want to tell lies. I don't want to just like exaggerate some kind of lifestyle because I think that's what sells, or that's what people want to hear. I think people want to hear realness, and a real story, and sometimes a story that they haven't heard before or they haven't heard in a while,
or even something that they can actually relate to, you know.
100%. and it's funny because as much as we hear all this criminality, that is actually the minority. Like, contrary to, like, you know, the media and what you read, that is actually the minority of people going about their daily lives. 100%. Like, do you know what I'm saying? The majority of people are not drug dealing. The majority of people are actually just trying to, you know, get a job, you know, pay their bills, like in a as legit way as, because, you know, shout out to people who aren't, like scamming, like, you know, TV licenses. You get me? It's not bloody selling crack, but it's still illegal. Like, let's be real. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So
your new album, is it gonna be available on like Spotify, or is it?
No, so the mixtape, because it's got one or two tracks. Like, my first mixtape, like, all of it is just like kind of like rip beats, so it's just like the original kind of like for instance, I've got 50 Cent's What's Up Gangsta, and then it's the actual 50 Cent What's Up Gangsta beat, like, you know what I'm saying. And it's just because it was me just trying to see how kind of my sound worked and whatever before I proper like jumped into it. So like my second mixtape now, the London Underground, it's got about 16, 17 tracks on it, but only 3 of them are like rip beats, the rest are like original. So, but because of those rip beats, you can't put it on, like, do you know what I'm saying? So it's just going to be SoundCloud pretty much, and just like free mixtape download. But the EP, that's something that I'm looking to launch on Spotify, the iTunes, and you know what I'm saying. So this is kind of like a prelude to that, and trying to hopefully get a buzz, so that once the EP drops, I've got a bit more of a following that you know, people are anticipating it, and they will actually click the download button. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I hear that 100%, man. But other than that, have you got anything else to parting words to leave with people?
Well, shout out to Corey for inviting me to this. We have been trying to do this for a while, but you know, it is schedules and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I feel really privileged to be a part of this. It's been fun.
You're very welcome.
The clock is like literally closing on 2 hours. It hasn't felt that way.
No, it hasn't. I generally thought it was only an hour coming up.
Yeah. So I've had a lot of fun, and 100%. If there's a round 2, bruv, just holler at me.
Come through,
Holler at me.
I'll try and do like another one. I want to do an episode like with loads of different poets and just talk about a subject.
That'll be great, man. That'll be great. So other than that, I'm just Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome, man. Come through anytime.
Definitely.
All right. Thanks then, guys. Until next time. Bye. Oh, you can say bye?
Oh, so bye, man. Bye. You know when you don't know like how you don't know how if there's like a special ending. Like some people get like a bit like, nah, bro, this is my thing. Like, do you know what I'm saying?